Well, the recovery process for victims of these devastating tornadoes is going to be a very long one, and a lot of that includes rebuilding all of the property damage that has been caused.
Director of Corporate Communications at the Insurance Information Institute, Mark Friedlander, joins us now. Mark, thank you for your time. It is very hard to understand what people are going through, seeing the damage, having to pick up the pieces. What can we give to people to help them move in that direction? What are the first steps of dealing with moving forward?
Well, this is when insurers act as the nation's financial first responders. We have insurance company adjusters on the ground in all of the impacted areas, helping support their customers, their policyholders through this very difficult process. You know, we're seeing this event perhaps as the largest tornado event in terms of property loss in U.S. history. 10 years ago, April 2011, we had about an $8.5 billion property loss event, a series of tornadoes that month. And many of the modelers are indicating this event could be on that level. So we're talking about massive destruction, massive devastation, and it's so difficult to try to even think at this point, how do I recover? But the important thing is, if you have property insurance, if you have insurance for your home or for your apartment, for your business, you are protected. This is a covered loss, and you are fully protected financially from this devastating loss.
And Mark, for a lot of people, this is going to be a total loss. So how quickly can they expect to receive a check from their insurance companies?
Well, insurers are very well prepared for catastrophes at this level. And it's obviously very easy to determine what the cause of the loss was and to settle the claim very quickly so that we could get these families back on their feet as soon as possible. Of course, we understand it's going to take a long time to rebuild. A home has been completely destroyed. It's going to take a long time to get the contractors in and everyone else involved to rebuild a property. But the first step is just to get people settled as best as we can in terms of their current situation. And there's one component of a policy, of a homeowner's policy, of a renter's policy, of a condo owner's policy. It's called loss of use or additional living expenses. And that pays for the cost of your temporary living. And that would cover you for many months of temporary living, for the lodging costs, for the food costs, other day-to-day costs. It's a really important component of your insurance policy. And this is when that type of coverage kicks in. So the immediate situation is get people settled, make sure they have a place to live for many months now as the recovery continues.
And Mark, for the people who are living outside of this area, what would you suggest that they do? Do they need to make sure that they're reviewing their policy to make sure that things like this are covered? Or do you recommend that they maybe change something within their policy to ensure that tornado events are covered?
Well, you always want to have what we call an annual insurance review, with your insurance agent, go through all your coverage, make sure you understand what your coverage is, and make sure you have enough coverage so you are financially protected in the event of a catastrophic loss. And when we talk about a catastrophic loss, we talk about something at this level where your home is uninhabitable. It's perhaps completely destroyed, is what we're seeing in street after street, house after house in the communities that were hit by these tornadoes. You need to be financially prepared for a disaster of this magnitude. So you want to make sure your coverage is at the appropriate level, and your insurance agent could walk you through that.
All right, well, Mark Friedlander, who is the Director of Corporate Communications at the Insurance Information Institute, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me today. Have a good day.